Rhode Island's representative on NESN's list of the top 10 in New England high school football are the Rebels from South Kingstown High. Coach Bruce Tardif's club won a Division II state championship a few years ago, and they're almost always in contention. Last year, they lost out to Mount Hope. Despite a 10-2 season, they face them again this year with different results. Here's Tom Larson.
You guys that were players last year, that was the longest bus ride you probably had in your lifetime. We've got to make sure that they take that same bus ride. We go over there, we make sure they take that bus ride back there, and we take what we left there last year. Hands up in the air, let's go! On three. 1, 2, 3.
We've been pretty successful. We haven't been behind yet this year, and our smallest margin of victory has been 3 touchdowns. We got a tremendous offensive line, and we go 8 deep. We got a couple of kids with some size, but basically we have your 200-pounder, 210-pounder that just come at you, and they're relentless. Obviously, we get the premier back in Mike Wilson, and that's a little bit more incentive for him because they know that if they just give him a crack, he's going. He's got the potential to break every play. He's power-packed. A lot of teams see him on film, and they know he's quick, they know he's fast, but once they try to tackle him and he runs over them, they realize he has that third dimension. We expect 175, 200 yards, and 3 touchdowns, and that's what he's averaging right now, and that's an average day at the office for him.
And on this afternoon against Mount Hope, Wilson had one of those ho-hum days at the office. The Rebels scored well, if not at will. You would have to say handily and frequently. And frequently it was the young man wearing blue, number 2, making the dash into the end zone. Ordinarily, opposing coaches could take some solace in the fact that Wilson is a senior. They won't see him again after this season, but there is a freshman who wears number 3, who Coach Tardif describes as a clone of Wilson. They'll be seeing him for another several years, Gavin Logan.
Well, we work really well together. There's just a bond between all the players on our team. We operate like a family, or like, you know, just one machine towards one goal. We don't see ourselves as a bunch of separate players. It's hard to explain. It's just kind of like the same bond you'd have almost with your brother.
Interestingly enough, Langlois, who appears headed to one of the several Ivy League schools that he's been talking with, has twin brothers on the ball club, sophomores on this very young team, who will probably be a part of continuing successes in years 2000 and 2001.
There you go, there you go!
Do you expect you're going to finish the season unbeaten?
Pretty much. If we play up to our potential, we can finish the season unbeaten.
I'm hoping we're going to finish the season unbeaten. We definitely can do it. It's just a matter of working hard and determination.
How does it feel this year compared to last year on this very same day? Huh? A little bit different, huh? A little bit different.
We're walking up the field where we lost last year.
Good job, enjoy it. On 3, get it in here. Let's go. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
The Rebels won that game by a score of 52-6 to keep their perfect record. They're in this week's New England High School Top 10, but where? We'll find out when football Friday in the front row continues.